Gotta have that untainted.
Completely untainted.
Yeah. Reverent awe.
Alright everybody, hi, welcome to our very first episode of Backtrack, which is what I'm pseudo calling it for now. Is that better than is that better than Nostalgia Bone?
How about Zach Track?
Zach Track.
Backtrack with Zach.
Hey everybody,
Steve.
I'm your host, Steve. Host player 1. I'm joined by player 2. That's you.
Zach. That's
Zach.
me.
You're,
and I'm not so grump.
Should we do a cute thing where it's like, and today, the Diddy Kong to my Donkey Kong.
Absolutely. It's not a... I was going to say podcast, but I guess it isn't a podcast.
It kind of is a podcast. I mean, I think that the idea behind what I'm trying to do is like a hybrid between a podcast and like a Let's Play and like a little...
just a grotesque chimera.
Just a grotesque Frankensteinian chimera. But really it's an excuse to just sort of play these old games from my childhood and get all misty-eyed about certain things. So
I'll wipe your tears.
Thank you. So today we're playing Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle, which is kind of a little-known Pitfall game. The original Atari Pitfall came out like April 20th, 1982, so it's like 35 years almost to the day. Which is why we're not playing the Atari 2600, but we're playing an obscure PlayStation one that means something to me and me only.
Cool. Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. So Zach, you've yeah, let's just jump in and start playing while we talk.
Literally.
Oh, we should be quiet for the opening cutscene though.
Sure, yeah.
I don't look for adventure, sometimes it just finds me. Like when I was swinging through the South American jungle and I saw this glimmer. Yeah, a crystal. And when I grabbed it, a rift opened up. Out popped, whoa, Mira. Cute little mocha. She started gabbing on about this pure energy stuff called Lucence that comes in 2 flavors. The blue stuff's good, and the red's no cherry. Now one Moku got a little too excited.
Sorry, this is really funny.
Thanks, Bruce Campbell.
Oh my god.
The Scourge imprisoned all of the Mokus and put a force dome over the city. The rift started closing. Hey, beautiful girl, suicide mission, I'm in.
Wasn't the first game just about like jumping on alligators?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't think there's a single alligator in this entire game.
It didn't look hard enough.
I mean, I was also... Let's see. This came out in 1998, and based on the year I was born, which now everybody knows, I was 6 years old? Assuming I got it the year that came out? All right,
here he is.
Here he is. This is it.
It's showtime.
It's like, do we have to riff anything if Bruce Campbell's going to do all the riffing for us?
Ooh, shiny.
Yes.
What? Did you say that
He
in
agreed.
sync with him? Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so Pitfall, this was the, like, first game that I ever played, like, period.
This one?
Yeah, it was my first console game.
Oh wow.
I had played The Mayan Adventure, which was the one that came out in like '96 for the. Jeez, it came out for like everything. It was like the Super Nintendo.
That's the one. You showed me that one, right?
Yeah, it's got the really cool art style, or the animations are really smooth.
Yeah.
And that game is really good. It's got really good music, and I guess I'm just impressed with how, like...
Excuse me, swing the vine north by using that D-pad of yours.
Oh, this is their, like, hey, we're in 3D. Look at this.
Swing the vine north is good. Check
you know
your compass mid-swing.
Do you know how long that threw me off for when I was a 6-year-old? I was like, what is he talking about?
Right.
What's a D-pad?
Your whole world was 2D until... Oh my god, this is just Gex.
Yes.
Yeah, funny. Gex came out after this.
Guess Gex is just this.
Gex is just this. I remember playing Gex on the demo disc that I had.
I was not so lucky as to have Gex on my demo disc.
What was on your demo disc?
Some game where you played as a ninja, medieval, Spyro. WWE. That was fun.
What was the?
I think that's about it.
I didn't know they made a WWE for PlayStation.
Yeah, it was great. Every time you booted it up, you had to listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels taunt each other in really kid-safe ways because they couldn't say too many swears for the PlayStation, and then you could play multiplayer. It's fun.
What did they like make up swears?
No, he said like you got a snowball's chance in heck.
Oh.
You're stone cold.
People ask me what Austin 316 means. You're fixing to find out firsthand, son. It's going to be a cold day in hell before I lose to a piece of trash like you. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, what do you think WWE games do now? Do you think they...
I am very in tune with that, actually. They are good.
Oh. Do tell.
You were expecting room for speculation, but no, I watched Monster Factory.
Oh, I gotcha. What's their, what are their insults like now?
Gosh, I don't even know if they still do opening diss tracks. There's so many wrestlers, so much customization at this point.
Can you like make your own oh, well, yeah, I guess
it was
so.
on Monster Factory.
That's why it's a Monster Factory episode. Asked and answered.
I like this bathroom floor tile.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
It was big in the late 90s.
Yeah. Remodeled the whole temple.
You know, it's funny when I emailed David Pass, the director of the game. I asked him some questions, and I asked him what like the one thing he regrets. Maybe I didn't word it like that. It was like anything you wish you could change or whatever, and he said the hitboxes still haunt him to this day. Like, so every time he like does one of these things, I do really like how the camera changes.
You mean like the angle?
Yeah, like it's a 3D game, which is cool. Like for the time, obviously, and Pitfall obviously had been 2D up until then.
Yeah.
But like they still kind of keep it 2D. Like you're really kind of only moving left and right, or like up and down.
It's like Paper Mario.
Did Paper Mario do that?
Who's next?
Yes.
You know what else I never noticed? I don't know if it was just because you were playing in like crappy CRT TVs, but the health bar says Activision in it. Yeah. Or maybe I just didn't know how to read. It's kind of an interesting health system. Like you pick up the crystals and then trade them in for health with the little things.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was happening. It is good. Do the total crystals you have at the end affect your score or something?
Yeah, so like, yeah, the more you have, the higher the score, and then like if you get certain points, you get like more
that's great.
Extra lives and stuff like that, so.
It'd be like if Mario ate coins.
Yeah, yes, that would... Exactly. I like the scale of the game. That's pretty impressive to me.
Scale?
Yeah, like how, I don't know, like down to the left and down below, like that's kind of terrifying to me.
Oh yeah, like the background stuff?
Yeah, it's got like a sense of height and...
Loser!
I wonder how much I'd have to pay Bruce Campbell to get him to voice a character in a video game again.
Yeah.
So there was actually one other Pitfall game that came out after this, like 2004, called like The Great Expedition, and then it was re-released for the Wii as The Big Adventure. The cover art for The Big Adventure is like the worst cover art I've ever seen. In the Pitfall, yeah, definitely look it up. It's the kind of thing where like, part of the reason I liked this game was that it like feels kind of darker in tone, and then I saw that and it's like, it was this like baby-ish kind of like art style. Like Pitfall looks like he's, or whatever his name is.
Oh my god, his name's Pitfall. Oh wow.
Right?
That scorpion looks very happy to see you.
It is interesting though. I was looking because like we had it. I think like my parents' idea was like, oh, they got me a Pitfall game as my first game. So when my sister got her Wii, they're like, oh, let's get her the Pitfall game for the Wii. But I was like,
What'd
never.
you think?
I remember helping her with it. I don't know if she played it all that much.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was like a standard platformer for the time. That like it was done better in other ways in Jak and Daxter and stuff like that, right? But I mean, I was watching a Let's Play of it today just to sort of check it out again, and
Yeah.
like it's funny seeing all the comments that are like, oh my god, like this game was the best when I was a kid, like the nostalgia, like this is the first game I ever played, and I can't believe it holds up or whatever. And like, let's be honest, that's why I'm playing this game right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same reason. It's got a. I think video games had this weird like Mama Bird impression thing where like whatever the first game you
Yeah, I
play
know
is
what
the
you mean. Yeah.
standard that you hold all your games to. Because like, geez, I got Pitfall, and then the same year I got Croc. Which is just a rip-off of like Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
And looking back on it now, I'm sure it holds immense nostalgic value for me, and I can't wait to play it and record it and make everybody watch it. But I'm very aware that it's falls way short of the standard that Super Mario 64 set during the time.
But it set that low bar that lets you enjoy almost every video game.
That's a good way of looking at it.
No, it's not.
What was your first video game? Zach's first video game.
Pokemon Blue.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
All the
game-
kids at school had it, so I had to get it.
Did you? So like you bought or you were given, I guess, a Game Boy, like
Yep.
specifically for that?
Christmas present. Yep, and I got a blue Game Boy too, so it matched.
Oh boy.
I love it. You're just waiting for the rope and getting stabbed in the back. Freaking non-Euclidean fly thing, spiral.
Yes. Who's next?
Damn it. Like what? Why what design, like why were they like, oh, let's put a fire pit in the middle of the
Yeah, keep
temple
you on your
floor?
toes. Can't believe you're carrying 14 pairs of shoes. I'm excited.
I'm excited for lava.
Me too. Just in general.
These things.
Oh.
Whoa.
Second level done.
Nice.
Yes.
Typos.
Why are the apes called Ipos? Yeah. I'm trying to make an Ipo in Shadow of the Colossus joke, but nothing is coming to me.
Hajime no Ippo. There you go.
Thank you.
Got your back. That's why they punch you so much. It's a manga about boxing.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it good?
I've watched the dubbed anime and I was really into it for a while, yes. Lots of dick jokes.
Not for children then.
No.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez! Didn't realize we were playing Tomb Raider.
I forgot to use the D-pad to swing north.
Yeah, swing north.
I like the
Sweet chariot.
floating.
Don't ignore me.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Look at the lighting though. Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of impressed.
Look how it perfectly illuminates his frontal butt
his whole
cheeks.
front. Yeah. Yeah, there was a huge gains in butt cheek rendering technology back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And Bruce Campbell wanted to get in on that.
Yup.
Lock and load.
Oh no.
You Pitfall.
I Pitfall. I won. Is there any game you remember really, really liking and then you grew up and found out people absolutely hated?
Ooh, I know I loved Chrono Cross and then found out people thought it was like an inferior sequel.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
That's like preference. Oh my god.
Good. Oh wow, that thing.
That's
Crushed
brutal.
ya. I really liked Super Mario Sunshine, and then found out that my Mario loving friend group generally disliked that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I always felt like Sunshine was pretty well respected.
Yeah, for game stuff, I think. But they weren't impressed by the voice acting and lore aspect of it, which is admittedly pretty amazing.
What kind of Super Mario friends were you hanging out with at the time? Like, yeah,
I mean,
like Mario's great, but the lore in Sunshine just completely
you
ruins
joke,
the...
but I'm not referring to the past. I'm referring to the present. I have
Oh.
lots of Mario friends.
Oh no! Once I was bought a PlayStation for Christmas, that was it
Yeah.
for Nintendo. for Steve.
My older brother got to choose the console, so many feet.
21. I bet you 6-year-old Steve never had this much feet.
21, your feet can drink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Minecraft.
It knew.
I'm impressed both by the scorpion's strength and your own resilience to getting flopped around by a scorpion.
I like how it doesn't sting you, it just kind of
Yeah, it's not.
flops you around. Hey, what was the last, like, big game that you were impressed by?
Big game that I was impressed by. What do you mean by big game?
Or, like, AAA.
Tales of Berseria for PC
Ooh.
and several PlayStations.
Young marble over
Be
here.
afraid. When contradiction permeates this world, the time of suppression
What
will be
the
upon
heck?
us.
Are you okay? Want me to take you home?
No! Don't treat me like a child!
Oh my god!
Then.
Oh! It's you, Velvet.
Wonderful
If
one.
you're
Oh,
going to
I
the
love
cake,
this game
take
already.
care.
I'm so glad I
Don't fall
chose
into the
English
Shrine of
voices.
Tranquility, right?
What?
I know. I'm not a kid.
And neither am I!
There's that cool.
I'm just kidding. That game's a mess, but I love it with every inch of my heart.
I mean, you can be impressed by messes.
Yes, it's very, very good.
I'd say Final Fantasy 15 was a mess, but I was impressed.
Yeah, they're different. One is a game that you got a lot out of that I am assuming is good, and the other is a game that I watch the same reason I watch bad movies. And by watch I mean play, because I am playing it. I recently started watching a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh.
I am super impressed by that game.
Yeah, right?
It is not what I was expecting at all.
So you don't have any, like,
I mean, I know all the party members. I don't know a lot about them.
You never, like, played it or watched it?
Nope, never played it or watched it. I know about Cloud from
Advent Children.
his immense cultural impact. Yes, Advent Children. I haven't seen that all the way, but I've seen your AMVs that you made. Steve made AMVs, multiple AMVs.
You can find the links to those below the video.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I started watching it and it's like really cozy.
Yeah.
It's a weird adjective to use for that kind of thing, but it's like it starts with a bunch of flashbacks to like childhoods and sitting on playground sets and
Yeah, the beginning
talking about stuff.
the beginning stuff is super like that. I
I
remember
hope it stays that way.
Yeah, it gets it's been so long since I played it, so what I'm probably remembering is probably what you imagine when you imagine Final Fantasy VII, but hold on, let me
There's a bunch of little stuff in it that that really get my gears going. Like there's one area there was just an inexplicable like robot hand, huge robot hand made of scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't seem tied to any plot point or anything. It was just there to be like, whoa, look at this. What does this mean about the world? And I was like, dang.
Like, I don't know, like 1 and 2 are fantasy. I don't know anything about 3 or 4, and I know 5 is like just a swashbuckling adventure kind of, right?
Sure. Yes, I barely know anything about them. I've played 1 and 2 partially, and whichever the one where you play as a dark knight who becomes a light knight. I played that one, but not all the way through.
I do not know.
Generally not my cup of tea.
What, playing as Dark Knights turning into Light Knights or Final Fantasy?
No, I love that shit. I mean Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean I've played a lot of them. I played 10. I started to play 9. But it's not that I don't like the world or story or anything like that. I love all that stuff. But I can't, for some reason I can't finish them. I'm not crazy into the gameplay.
Yeah, I get that. I'm having sort of similar problems with Final Fantasy VI right now, I guess. Like, the game did such a good job for me at mitigating like repetitiveness in terms of
right.
It was like always shaking things up, and I was always changing characters. And
yep.
then you hit like, it just takes one grindy stretch of the game to just completely
Yep.
kill the pacing like that.
That's weird.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hi. What's going on?
And that's why my top RPG of all time will always be Tales of Berseria.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this should be good.
He agrees.
2 blades. One of my most recent gameplays was playing a game where you're just a bird and you fly around an island and that's it. You collect fruit, but there's no purpose to it. And I had more fun with that than any Call of Duty game could have provided me with.
And I mean, that's the thing too, is that, like, oh my god, you got me, game.
Yep. Pitfall is truly the Dark Souls of video games.
I feel like gone are the days where you're just gonna sort of wander into a game stop,
Right.
and like find a game you didn't know about, and it turns out it's really cool, you know?
Yep. Part of that's just being older and having internet access. We hear about all the good stuff.
I think that's a big part of it, but I think also a good chunk of it is like, I don't know, like most AAA stuff is just going to be like the same, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be something unique really out there.
That's why weird stuff that's like, it's not weird, but it's a little bit quirky, like Yakuza 0. Oh my god. We've been watching the Giant Bomb Let's Play of that, and that's been so fun. Like, just the fact that stuff like that can still come out. Like, also Nier Automata, like, these are big, expensive games, but they still have, like, a ton of charm.
I mean, yeah.
When I, like, invoke the AAA, like, thing as, oh, the AAA games! Like, but there's these, too, and they're really good, so...
I think, I still think, like, Final Fantasy 15 falls into that, though, like...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, that's a weird fucking game, right? Like, there's no... I love that it bucks just about every single Final Fantasy trend. I love that people who love Final Fantasy hate it.
Yep.
Like, oh my god, get out of there.
I love that it knows what it's doing with its 4 different genres of hot boy main cast.
Yep. I had this really weird, terrifying moment recently where I realized that, like... It happened recently because I played The Witcher... I, like, jumped into The Witcher 3 really quick to see if... I just wanted to check something. I wanted to, like, see if something still worked after I changed the setting. And I was like, holy... Like, I haven't played this game in literally a year. It, like, literally the last played was a year ago. And, oh, okay. Pay attention.
I love that he has the designated fall pose.
And it struck me like, wow, it's really bizarre that... I can't see... Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna be able to talk and do this.
Do it! Do it!
It struck me as super bizarre that, oh god. Like, everything is exactly where I left it in The Witcher 3 a year ago, right? And, like, games have become this weird time capsule where wherever you last... Oh god, I can't... The scale on this is just not...
That's some, like...
Right.
Ninja Warrior Lost stuff.
How do I do this? Doesn't make sense. Oh, is it? Is it? Okay. Got it.
Nice.
I think, perspective-wise, I thought it was like a big wide thing, not a tall thing. That's where I was thinking of. Yeah, and it hit me like I pulled out my PS2 the other day as well, because that's near the same drawer as my Game Boy, and like everything I have in my memory cards from when I was 10 years old is exactly where I left them.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that if I booted the games up and played them from where I left off, it's like a little time capsule.
Do you ever like do that and see what you named your characters and stuff?
No. I never like named characters weird things when I was a kid. I was too afraid. I was too afraid of like ruining the sanctity of the game.
Oh yeah, it's more of a teen thing for me.
Like serious. I started doing that.
Persona, I saw my name was still Dubstep McSports.
Oh, excellent.
Mm-hmm. Also, with the Persona games, it gets a little distracting when everyone's calling you like Morrison Coon or whatever. It's like, no, it doesn't work. Zaxxon. Oh, thank you.
Oh god.
Jesus, this is nauseating.
Oh my god.
Oh
no, I'm gonna get eaten.
Keep being a That's great.
Just gonna keep going. Some of the platforming is kind of intense.
Yeah, I'm impressed you're able to like power through it like this.
I'm not even going for like the extra stuff.
Nope.
Oh, wrong way. It's like when you get on the train and you're like, I don't know which way this is gonna pull out.
Yeah, exactly.
You sit backwards and you're like, god damn it.
You got your little pickaxe and the grabby thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know words.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a gross jump pad sound.
I kind of like it.
A little squelchy for my taste.
Yeah, but you don't have the benefit of nostalgia on your side.
Yeah.
Everything is rose-tinted.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's easy to see now that like I really like some of the design stuff in the game. Like I can't think of like another PlayStation game like it, you know, like
Frogger. He's back.
Well, we'll get to Frogger. I don't know, just something that's like weird and dark and like I don't know. Pitfall has a freaking pickaxe. That's his weapon of choice. Like, are you kidding me? You know.
It has a weird like Doom meets what's that early David Cage game? That was like a sprawling
Penumbra?
mess. Nope.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
There's a collaboration. David Cage filmography. Omicron the Nomad Soul. That is his first game.
I don't know anything about that.
It's a nightmare.
Is it?
Yes. But it shares aesthetics with this game.
There was weird like 3D platformers on the PlayStation. Like Gex is weird, but it's like I don't know.
To see the world as Keith Richards does.
Gex is weird the way like a fun uncle is weird.
Right. Yeah. That's a good analogy. Like Pitfall's weird in the sense that like a designer had to like come up with how this world works and stuff like that.
It's very 90s.
And like Gex is just like, here's all the pop culture references, and your Gecko isn't this cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he looks back sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good touch. What are you running from, Pitfall man?
In the Mayan Adventure, the whole point is his dad gets kidnapped by a monster, so you're trying to find the dad.
Cough. Indiana Jones.
So you find your dad at the end, and it's the Atari 2600 Pitfall. Like all pixelated and stuff.
That's great. That's my dad too.
Yeah, speaking of the Atari 2600,
yeah,
like, every copy of Pitfall except for, I think, the Big Adventure, whatever the Wii one was, has a copy
destroyed,
of the Atari 2600 one on it.
Oh yeah, isn't it like hidden in the game in the last one you showed me?
It's hidden, it's hidden in the Mayan Adventure, and there's like a code you can input to play it on this one. And when I talked to David Pass, he said it's like they did that specifically for like game archiving purposes, right? Like in the 90s, if you ever do your Atari 2600, how were you ever going to play Pitfall again? You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
So I think it's neat that.
Wow, this literally is Omicron, the Nomad Soul.
Don't tell me you believe that stupid legend. A mere sword is supposed to kill Astaroth, Prince of Infernal Darkness, Emperor of the Last Circle.
Spoilers for final boss of Omicron, the Nomad Soul.
Wrong way.
This is very fun. This is a very good visual. Just fighting Satan in the lube chamber.
MBD. Hey, what tattoo shop did you get that ink done? I talk like somebody who knows tattoos.
Yeah, I am not a cop.
There's like really annoying things with the, yeah, like that.
Oh no, that was great. It worked in your favor.
But like sometimes you'll hit the lasers the wrong way and you'll end up back on like the other side of the room. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Also, I like that he can pull the chain at any time and drain the loose ends, but he just waits until it's inconvenient for you.
Yup. He is Satan after all.
Yeah.
Whew.
Hey there.
This is so funny. Slowly drowning this man.
It's that rated T for teen violence.
Oh god. It's brutal.
Horrific. The Gladiator.
Love that movie.
Oh, we got a cutscene. Forgot.
Portal to the digital world.
Alright everybody, that's it for the first episode of Backtrack. Thank you for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe if that's your thing. And we'll see you in episode 2 where we continue our playthrough of Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle.